Pasco County breaking news. If you think human trafficking doesn't happen in small towns, here's what police just uncovered in Zephyrhills. Last week, Zephyrhills Police Department partnered with the Tampa Bay Human Trafficking Task Force in a 4-day undercover operation targeting human trafficking and related crimes. And as a result of that, 6 people were arrested and are now facing charges that include human trafficking, solicitation, and crimes involving minors. Zephyrhills Police Chief Derek Brewer said that this operation highlights our commitment to protecting vulnerable individuals and holding traffickers and exploiters accountable. This is all according to 10 Tampa Bay. Police say this operation was not only about arrest, but also about identifying and supporting potential victims, many of whom are often hidden in plain sight. And this is the part that the community needs to hear. I worked in anti-human trafficking for about 7 years right here in the Tampa Bay community, and it's important to know that it can happen anywhere, and it often doesn't look like what you think it looks like. So here are some warning signs that you can be alert and look out for. Is people who appear controlled by somebody else. And so if somebody else is speaking on behalf of another individual, or holding their identification, or holding their money and not letting them interact with people out in public, that's a warning sign. People who lack freedom of movement. Signs of physical abuse or fear. Someone who can't speak for themselves, avoids eye contact, or seems coached in their responses. And also people living or working in conditions that just don't make sense, or it feels unsafe, or something just feels off. So if something feels off, trust your instincts. Here's how to report suspected trafficking. But before I give you that information, let me tell you this. Do not approach who you think could potentially be a victim or the trafficker. That is a dangerous situation for you and potentially for the victim. Oftentimes, traffickers will punish their victims if they think that the victim in any way tipped off somebody out in the public that something was going wrong. So do not approach them. Instead, you can contact the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888, or you can text Be Free to 233-733, or even submit a tip online at humantraffickinghotline.org. We went through some warning signs, but something that people often miss is familial trafficking. And this happens more often than you think. This is when a family member is trafficking a child in the family. And just to be clear, if a child, somebody under the age of 18, exchanges sex for anything of value, clothes, a place to stay, money, drugs, what have you, that is considered trafficking. A minor cannot consent to sell their body in exchange for anything. So if you ever come across information that something like that is happening, make sure you report it. Huge thank you to the Tampa Bay Human Trafficking Task Force as well as Zephyrhills Police Department for your unending work in combating human trafficking. We appreciate the work you do, and my heart goes out to all of the victims who were rescued and all of the victims out there who have not yet been saved. Make sure you're following along here for all your Pasco County news and updates. I'll see you next time.